What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pilarcitos Creek Zoo and Gardens. I am Mo Blung, and I want to thank you for joining me on this trip around Pilarcitos Zoo, where I ramble on about the different changes that we've made. This was a project that I started alone, and I have been joined by Dan, 1992 Dan is his Discord name. And he has started to improve lots of little parts of the zoo so far. And I can't wait for him to jump back in here and see what other kind of magic he can work. But one of the things we needed to add in the entryway here was lighting. So we've got these bistro-style string lights and some bollards that illuminate here. And I think it looks pretty good overall. So let's go back to daytime. I think sometime around there is fine. And we're going to go and check out some of the improvements and changes in the Mr. Domez Education and Discovery Center. So got a big floor mat as we come in. And we come in through those dirt guards, those little dust guards that prevent dirt and debris from getting traipsed into the building. So I tried to make it lush. I am admittedly not the best landscaper, not my strong point, but I tried to go with somewhat tropical plants that might benefit being in a greenhouse like this. Got a mangrove tree here and some lipstick palms and lots of tree ferns. I love the tree ferns in this game. And then we got something from Carlos up there hanging majestically. And this is all illuminated from the ceiling with some of those large spotlights to act like moonlight. So it's all blue at night. And right now, two contributing builders, the two of us. Let me know if you're interested in seeing your name added to this list. And then this is the Workshop Hall of Fame right here. Everyone on this list up here, these are all their Steam names, and I've got workshop items from you in this build somewhere. If you haven't seen them yet, they might be squeezed into a corner somewhere or hidden somewhere, but yeah, everybody on this list has items in here, and the list is constantly being added to. So I'll give you a quick little look into what's going on back here in the exhibit hall. I just actually installed the boxless terrarium mod, so it got rid of all the glass, and I haven't added glass back yet, but I do like how it sort of opens these up and makes it seem like it's one large enclosure. See, there's a big iguana right there. That's kind of neat. And then over here, we got all the water at the same level, as if that is one big sort of enclosure too. I need to pay more attention to the backgrounds, because one has the Swiss cheese plant there, and the other one's got these reeds. So we'll have to fix that. And then over this way, we got some smaller exhibits with modded animals and modded parts from the Habitat mod. And then fish tank with no fish in it. But this actually, in my opinion, also looks rather good at night. So let's turn the lights out, because we've got lots of lighting in the terrariums. I can see that iguana right through there. Yeah, this would be really cool if we had fish. I tried to get some of the modded fish, like the bass, to swim around in there, but I just couldn't get it to work. I need to add a little bit more lighting so you can see these signs at night, but you can see in the terrarium's fine. There's a scorpion. That's little water dishes. I think those are just the gutter end caps. But yeah, alright, so we're going to turn the lights back on. And we are going to fast travel. We'll walk up here to the second level. I'll give you a little tour of the second level. Briefly, because the second level's not done. So we have the Ricey Exhibition Hall, which is very old and outdated as far as the exhibit. I mean, I'll show you real quick. This was all done before we had billboards in the game with art shapes. And some of this is from the workshop. A lot of it is my own doing. But now we could do all that with billboards so much better and so much cleaner. But this was like a little educational exhibit about deforestation and the water cycle and that sort of thing. So that's probably going to get all redone at some point, hopefully. And then over here we've got a African artifact exhibit, which still needs work. It kind of got roughed in generally. And then if we go down this way, that just leads around that room. This leads around the Ricey Exhibition Hall and out to this patio back here, which we've got some presumably drought tolerant plants growing. Some benches, and come back in here. Get some nice views from the balcony here. We have this little glass bridge. Alright. So we're going to head on over and we're going to fast travel to the new section. And I will see you guys over there. Okay, here we are. This is the pathway that leads down to the giant otter viewing area. But now it also leads off to the new expansion. Don't look up at the hill at those unfinished keeper huts that were placed there temporarily because all the keepers had to run tremendous distances to get food. Alright, we've come through a little tunnel here with the subway pattern tile. This turned out really well. I love it. I'm really happy with this. Especially since it just happened to fit this arch almost. I mean, it could fit better, but good enough for this purpose. Alright, we're going to come out here into our new expanded area. Up here we've got restrooms, and you kind of get a brief glimpse of the Komodo Cafe through there, which will come around to this way. This is for our coyote habitat, which they just like to hang out in the building. They don't come out in the habitat too often. We've got a couple custom trees that I tried my hand at. That one too. Not the worst, not the best. Behind this wall here, oh, they're getting ready to do some landscaping. They got some new trees in here and some potted plants and ready to go. Just they're on lunch or something. See, there's all the chain and stuff that they removed so that they could start this project. Over here we have doll sheep. Come back around this way. This habitat is unfinished, but basically just roughed in, and they've got a barn up there that they can hang out in. Go back this way. We'll go in here in a second. Up here, and again, I think I mentioned in the last episode, just trying to pay attention to slopes. And if you're in a wheelchair, you could make it from the tunnel down there all the way up here. I mean, it'd be a lot of work, but I think the slopes are not too extreme. So over here, we come up on Ricey's Komodo map and my Komodo dragon habitat. The dragon likes to clip through the wall over here and hang out unseen for some reason, so okay. I don't know what to do about that. Here's the Komodo Cafe. It's got some outdoor seating. Look into the kitchen. Some wisteria. Came out pretty nice, I think. That leads back down to the path we saw earlier. But we're going to go over here. So over here, this is a habitat. There he is. For a Nile monitor. He must have gotten some enrichment over there because his food tray is buried underneath that. So they usually put his food on that concrete. But that must have been out of the enrichment. It's in there. Alright, so we can come in here. We'll take the stairs down. And we have the Kaiser Permanente reptile room, which we're going to look at in 1 second. Over this way, we have some event space, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what to use this as. If somebody were to suggest ripping this all out and putting exhibits and habitats in here that perhaps had an outdoor aspect to the habitat, I would not be opposed to that. This is what I happen to come up with. These are like those movable air walls, and you can close the wall and divide the space into 3 different rooms. And I need to add doors so that you can get out back to this lawn. But yeah, I stole that from who guys Goran and Eben from St. Reginald. That's such an awesome idea. Alright, so if we go back to the store here, got bathrooms in there. Nothing in there. Fire alarm closet implied. And then we'll go in the Kaiser Permanente reptile room, where we will find this large desert exhibit with Gila monsters all over it, and boxless terrariums again for the win on that one. Same over here with this green iguana exhibit, boxless terrariums. Came out pretty good. Oh, there's a boa down there on the floor, on the ground. And then in here is the swimming pool, the indoor section for the Nile monitor. And you can see all those custom lights up there. I want to show you this at night. Turned out pretty good. And there's blue tube lighting up above all these soffits that give the ceiling a blue glow, which I think is really kind of cool. So that is... Oh, and these... When I built this building, we didn't have these cool tube lights in the game, these LED tubes, and now we do. This used to be the fluorescent lights all linked together, but now that I could replace it with the LED tubes, I think it came out so much better. So, alright, let's turn the lights back on. That seems a good time of day. So yeah, we'll leave this building here and head back this direction. We'll need to expand this way, and we've got lots more to build, lots more animals to go through. Basically, the majority of the animals in this entire zoo right now are North American animals or South American animals, and so we've got a lot to cover. But again, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please like and comment and subscribe below. And I will see you guys on the next one.